How we doing, guys? Welcome to DT's Daily. We are back for another week and I hope every single one of you have had a really good weekend. Now, of course, plenty of games over the course of the weekend. Plenty of goals, plenty of talking points. And the last piece of news involves Arsenal and Alexandre Lacazette, because reports are suggesting that Atletico Madrid could reignite their interest in the Arsenal striker.
I represent my fucking self.
How we doing, guys? Welcome to DT's Daily. That's right. So the first place we're going to start is the games over the course of the weekend. Arsenal are tonight, of course, but that means that they've not ruined my weekend. So that's a good sign. We're going to go straight into Saturday's games. Leicester against Southampton. This was a big game. Leicester, they're in and amongst, one of the teams that are looking to challenge for the title. And Southampton, they're amongst those teams that are looking for maybe Champions League places or at least a European place. But it was Leicester that run out 2-0 winners, and it was relatively comfortable for them, and they'll be happy with that result. Fulham against Chelsea was the next game, and Chelsea won this game very late on, 1-0, but I think the turning point of this game was just before half time and the sending off to Fulham. And before that, they were the better side. They were playing really, really well. And I think that 11v11, they could have got something in the second half. Was it a sending off? I don't really think it was, to be honest with you. One of my theories is this. If a player starts rolling around the pitch about 8, 9, 10 times, he's not actually hurt. Normally if a player's hurt and injured, they can't roll multiple times because of the pain they're actually in and the genuine injury. I think that's a very good sign that somebody's not really hurt and they're just trying to over dramatize it. And this is the same thing. You see the Emil Smith-Rowe sending off against Newcastle in the FA Cup that was, obviously changed over. I feel the reason why the referee pulled out his red card initially for that was to do with the scream from the Newcastle player. Nothing more. And this is a similar kind of thing for me. It's one of them. He's gone for the ball. The player's gone to clear it and he's clipped the bottom of his foot as he's going to clear. It's one of those. Yellow card would have sufficed for me. West Ham against Burnley, and a big win for West Ham. Early goal as well. Mikel Antonio, and quite a unique celebration as well from him. If you haven't seen it, I think he was practicing the backstroke. It was really random. Leeds United against Brighton. Big win for Brighton. And the love story between Mopai and Leeds United continues. If you don't know about that, go and have a look. But yeah, Leeds United struggling right now, big time. And I think they're lucky that there's a lot worse teams than them down the bottom. And maybe some of those earlier results in the season have done them good. But right now, not playing well at all and really, really struggling. Last game of Saturday, big derby. And the first time that we've got to see this one for quite a while. Wolves against West Brom, and Wolves, they're in a bit of trouble right now as well, losing this one 3-2. What a result that is for West Brom. They took the lead as well through Pereira. Wolves had equalised. Wolves had then just before half time gone 2-1 ahead. But then second half, West Brom were excellent, and 2 goals in the space of around about 5 minutes, and they were 3-2 up, and they were able to hold that one on and see the game out. But yeah, their fans will be absolutely buzzing about that, and Wolves, they will be fuming. And yeah, they're just going for a really sticky patch at the moment, and it's not great. But yeah, like I said, West Brom buzzing. Going into Sunday's games, and Sheffield United against Tottenham, and this was a 3-1 win to Tottenham. Serge Aurier with a very early goal in the game. Then Harry Kane scores. Sheffield United score. And you think to yourself, oh, is this one of those moments again for Tottenham where they sit back? And, well, that was dispelled within about 60 seconds. And Ndombele scored. And I've watched this a lot of times. And I don't know whether I'm still debating whether he meant it or not. It looked like he was just trying to hook it back across goal. But if he meant that, that was outrageous. But it's a bit like the Bukayo Saka one against Chelsea in some respects, where you kind of don't know whether he meant a cross or whether he meant the shot, and you kind of got to take their word from him. I haven't seen what he's actually said and whether he meant it, but if he did, then yeah, that was one hell of a goal. And as painful as it may be to admit, yeah, you got to hold your hands up for that one. The big game, the Super Sunday. The two most successful clubs in England. The big clash. Liverpool, Manchester United. 0-0. You just knew it was going to happen, didn't you? I don't think Manchester United will have a better time to play Liverpool. Liverpool had no centre-backs. They had two midfielders, including Jordan Henderson, playing centre-back. They just don't seem to be scoring. That's the third Premier League game in a row now that Liverpool have failed to score. You know, the team that were tearing others apart and players were scoring are really struggling right now. I think that in the first half, Liverpool were the better side, opening 20-25 minutes or so. But I just felt there was this lack of, like, that energy that Liverpool have, that high press, that 100 miles an hour. And although they were dominating, I just felt that intensity was missing from the game. But second half, Liverpool again, they're on the front foot. But the two best chances were Manchester United's. Bruno Fernandes, good save by Alisson first of all, straight at him. And then Paul Pogba, brilliant chance right near the end. And again, straight at Alisson, quite a simple save to be honest with you. Either side of him and he's in trouble. But yeah, this one plays out at 0-0. And I think Manchester United will probably be the more happier. But then at the same time, given Liverpool's defence, Jurgen Klopp will probably walk away from that saying, yeah, we move on. It kept Manchester United top. But what that did do was open the door for Manchester City. And they were very, very comfortable winners against Crystal Palace 4-0. John Stones with a couple of goals. And it's nice for Crystal Palace to just roll over and lay down for Manchester City whilst being absolutely resolute against Arsenal. Always the way. Honest to God, man. But Raheem Sterling as well near the end. What a goal that was. Brilliant, brilliant goal. And the reason why I say that that will be, you know, the big one for Manchester City is that I actually think that they are the favourites for the Premier League right now, in my opinion. They currently second in the league. They are 2 points behind Manchester United, but they have a game in hand. Leicester are third and Liverpool are fourth. That's mad. Liverpool need to switch things up and quick. Because looking at the table, and if they don't get a result right in their next game, then Spurs could overtake them. And look at that as well. Everton have a game in hand on Liverpool and can go above them. Wow. Everton could actually be above Liverpool in January. That's mad. And then you're looking at all the other places as well. And, you know, Chelsea on 29 points. Southampton 29 points. West Ham 29 points. Aston Villa on 26. But they've got 3 games in hand on most teams. Arsenal on 24. Bonus from the weekend is that Arsenal never actually lost any of their place. They were able to, you know, stay where they were. And they actually win against Newcastle tonight. They go into 10th So we'll be in the top half of the table. Hey! But Aston Villa will have 4 games in hand on us. Oh, my words. Just looking at that. Missed opportunities. If we'd have beaten Crystal Palace and beat Newcastle, we could have been joint 7th. But it is what it is. But some very, very interesting games over the course of the weekend. And yeah, the Premier League table is starting to hot up a little bit now. Last piece of news involves Alexandre Lacazette, and Spanish outlet AS are claiming that Atletico Madrid are looking to reignite their interest in the Arsenal striker. Of course, he was on his way to Atletico before he joined Arsenal, but then a transfer ban stopped that. And they've been long-term admirers of him. They've recently terminated the contract of Diego Costa, but they've also just signed Moussa Dembele from Lyon. So I don't know whether that's going to have, you know, an effect on this, but this is what the Spanish publication are saying. And I suppose it'd be interesting to see what does happen in the summer. And on a side note to that, as we know, Mesut Ozil has now gone. He is in Turkey. He's gone to Fenerbahce. He's there with his scarf when he gets off the plane and everything else. We just haven't seen the official confirmation from the clubs and whatnot. But apparently that will be today. But Lacazette and Aubameyang put some messages on Instagram story where they were pointing at each other, and Lacazette said, when you're arguing over who has the number 10. And Aubameyang turned around and replied to it about it's all yours. And then they went and at Mesut Ozil and said, don't worry, you know, it's in good hands and we'll take care of it. And it's just like, yeah, really random. Mesut Ozil hasn't even officially left yet, and they're already fighting over his number 10 shirt. But listen, I think it was just a bit of banter. But yeah, Lacazette was a number 10 at Lyon. But listen, start putting the ball in the net on a consistent basis and winning us games, and then you can think about wearing a number 10. That's my opinion on that. So listen, there we go. That is it for today's DT's Daily. As usual, let me know in the comment section what you think about today's topics. Let me know what you think about the games over the course of the weekend. And also this report about Lacazette. Would you sell him? Because remember, his contract is running down. So what do you do? If you're new around here, make sure you hit the subscribe button, smash a like on this video, and I will see you lot soon. I'm out of it.